Have you ever worked so hard at something, day in and day out, that you learn things about it that most people will never know? This is called insight. Anything you can think of, money, cars, success, and even video games, there is always insight to be gained. The deeper you go down the rabbit hole, the more profound the insight. The problem is that nobody has enough time to dive into every topic in life and pull out the key insights. A man could spend his whole life playing the stock market. After 50 years of doing this, he might come away with one or two key insights, the type of information that could completely change the game for someone who is just getting started in the stock market. Instead of spending 50 years of your life trading stocks, all you have to do is listen to and implement the key insights from the guy who has already done it. Imagine how much of a competitive advantage you could gain if you had the most important insights from many of the world's most successful people. Think about how this knowledge could change your life if implemented correctly. Wouldn't you rather have this knowledge now instead of waiting until you're too old to use it? You're about to learn 19 insights that have the potential to profoundly change your life and propel you towards success. Number 1. Delayed gratification. We've all roasted a marshmallow over a fire. The question is, did you roast it slowly and wait for it to cook evenly? If you're like most people, the answer is no. Most people will shove their marshmallow straight into the flames and watch as it burns into a black crisp. Your life is like a marshmallow, and your ability to delay gratification has a major impact on how much success you'll achieve. Number 2, act first and ask questions later. Most people want to wait until the time is right to do something. Maybe you want to start working out. Maybe you want to start a business. If you want to do something that you know will change your life in a positive way, take action first and ask questions later. The mistake that most people make is spending all of their time thinking about doing something and never actually taking the first step. After you take action, you can always make corrections along the way. Number 3, learn to enjoy the journey. A lot of people start on a journey to improve their social skills or start a business, and they constantly think about the destination. They imagine how their life will be after they are rich, or after they have mastered their social skills. There is no denying that the destination will be amazing, but you should never forget that the journey is the most important part. When I go to the gym to build muscle, I know that being strong and physically attractive is awesome, but it's the countless days spent in the gym pushing myself to the limit that matter more than the final result. It's the mental strength, the discipline, and the journey itself that mean the most. Number 4, you are your own fortune cookie. A self-fulfilling prophecy is a prediction that causes itself to become true. When we have a strong enough belief about something, our subconscious mind works to fulfill the belief, regardless of what it might be. You might not realize it, but you're constantly acting according to your beliefs. You are your own fortune cookie. Whatever you believe in strongly enough, your brain will work to fulfill that belief, whether it's good or bad for you. Number 5, every action counts. The richest men in the world didn't make a single decision that made them wealthy. The best sports players didn't take a single action that made them the best of all time. Every action you take, no matter how small, has an impact on your life. That extra 15 minutes spent watching the latest celebrity gossip might not seem like it had any impact on your goals, but when combined with thousands of similar decisions you've made over the last few years, it doesn't seem so small anymore. We're only human, and nobody can make sure every single action will bring them closer to their goals. But as long as you make most of them count, you'll come out a winner in the end. Number 6, less can be more. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and if we're talking about cheesecakes and ribs, then yes, more is definitely better. But if we're talking about life, less can be more. According to the Pareto principle, 80% of your results tend to come from 20% of your effort. Right now, if I look at the stats for my YouTube channel, about 80% of my views come from just a handful of my 50 videos. Look at everything you do in life and find the 20% of inputs that produce the 80% of the results, and just do more of that. Number 7, find the shortcut. Have you ever heard the expression, there are no shortcuts in life? The truth is that there are shortcuts all around you. The mistake that most people make is choosing the bad shortcut. Imagine you want to become rich. Option A, you could pull off a major jewelry heist and sell the loot for millions. Option B, You could find a good mentor who has already made millions doing something you're interested in and learn from him. Now, it should be easy to see which shortcut is the bad one and which is the good one. In fact, by watching this video right now, you have already chosen option B. So congratulations. No matter what it is you're trying to do, there's a good chance that someone else has already done it. And to find the shortcut, all that you have to do is learn from them. Success leaves many clues. Number 8, adapt or be left behind. If a giant meteor struck the planet tomorrow, who do you think would survive? Would it be the humans, the animals, or the insects? In life, it's not the fastest or smartest who survive. It's the most flexible. When the internet completely changed the way people buy things, we saw many of the biggest companies fail and file for bankruptcy. The only major retailers that are still around are the ones that were able to adapt quickly. Number 9, Parkinson's Law. It is said that time expands to fill its container. This means that when you assign a certain amount of time for a task, the task will expand to fit the block of time that you've assigned to it. Instead of telling yourself you have all week to get a workout in, assign it a single day for completion. Number 10, the Pygmalion effect. Your expectations have the power to alter the way you act on a subconscious level. If you expect all of the rich kids at school to be snobby and stuck up, then you'll act in a way that fulfills your expectations. If you go into a social situation expecting the worst to happen, then you're actually increasing the odds of it happening. This is the Pygmalion effect, also called a self-fulfilling prophecy. Number 11, the power of regret. When we know that we need to do something and take a few moments to think about how much we'll regret not doing it, we can greatly increase our odds of actually doing it. If you know you need to go to the gym, but you just don't feel like it, take about 1 minute to think about how much you'll regret your bad decision. Regret is commonly viewed as a negative force, but you can actually flip it around to convince yourself to do something. Number 12, just make progress. As humans, we are highly motivated by progress. Right now, you might have terrible social skills and get nervous when talking to attractive women. But if you went with a friend to a club and successfully talked with 10 attractive girls, you'll experience the power of progress. Even though you still get nervous, you're making progress. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was only getting 5 or 10 views per day, even after spending thousands of dollars on advertising. Half a year later, the channel is getting about 25,000 views per day, and the growth is accelerating. Whatever your goal is, don't focus on perfection, just focus on making progress. Number 13, give your willpower some rest. Your willpower, whether you realize it or not, is like a muscle. It is something that you can train and improve. The problem is that since it's like a muscle, it will fatigue. Recognize when you've used your willpower muscle too much and give it some rest. Even God himself had to rest on the 7th day. Number 14, you are who you hang out with. Your friends and family members are your network. If most of your friends are broke and don't care much about improving their lives, then this mindset will rub off on you. If you can't bring yourself to completely cut poor influences out of your life, then at least limit the amount of time you spend around them. Number 15, use the Zeigarnik effect. Procrastination is something that we all face. Even if you have a decent amount of discipline, procrastination is like the kid at school who is always trying to get you into trouble. As humans, we prefer to finish what we start. To put the Zeigarnik effect to work for you, agree to do whatever it is that you need to do for just a few minutes, and your own psychology will take care of the rest. Number 16, find what works best for you. You should always come to your own conclusions and draw insight from everything, but you must always find what works best for you. According to Bruce Lee, you must absorb what is useful and ignore the rest. Out of all of the insights in this video, find the handful that mean the most to you. Number 17, is it effective? Many of us fall into the trap of doing something just to do it. Maybe you're stuck working a job you hate. Most people are. The key is to ask yourself, is it effective? When I say effective, I mean, is it really the best way to move you closer to your goals? Number 18, do it because you choose to. When faced with a task that we need to do, most of us will tell ourselves that we have to do it. Instead of saying you have to do it, tell yourself that you choose to do it. By choosing to do something instead of telling yourself you have to do it, you'll experience a sense of empowerment and you'll get more enjoyment out of it. Number 19, success is saying no to most things. Life is full of distractions. Around every corner, there is someone or something that wants your attention. The reason why most people aren't rich is because they don't say no. This is also a major reason why most people aren't successful. Now, when I say no, I mean saying no to that little voice in your head that's telling you that you can have another cheat day. Say no to the friend who always wants you to waste your time at the club when you're trying to build a business. You must also say no to instant gratification. Whenever your brain comes up with an idea to do something, anything, ask yourself if saying no will keep you on track towards your goals. It was Warren Buffett who said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that the really successful people say no to almost everything. With that said, I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for supporting the channel and watching this video all the way until the end. With almost 500,000 views in the last 30 days, the success of this channel is owed to you, the viewer, and your continued support means the world to me. With that said, until next time, thanks for watching.